Okay, we are here. This is another episode of Transformational Tuesday. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And by the way, if you got any questions, put it in the comments. When you're watching this, oh my goodness, do we have some information for you on not how just to do service accommodation, rent to rents, how to raise investor finance, how to find deals, how to buy properties as well, not just doing the rent to rents, but also going through all of the testing issues, challenges of working in retail, being in that industry, and then lockdown happening, coronavirus happening, and what to do to get through those times, but also actually find out these little secret talents that you may have. So make sure that you watch all of this video to get all of Sam's points of his journey that enabled him to get to this place where he is at today, which we're just going to be going through. So thank you so much for being here, Sam. Looking forward to this Transformational Tuesday episode.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Thank you for having me. Such a pleasure, actually. So really looking forward to actually give a bit of my insight of what the journey has been and how it took off over the last 6 months completely. So actually, as you mentioned, with the COVID, I've actually one of the guys that lost their jobs. So I've been spending about 11 years in the hospitality industry, running restaurants, hiring, expanding brands for celebrity chefs like Jamie Oliver, and then to the private likes, if you like. Then overnight, all this certainty just crumbled in front of my eyes, and I needed to reinvent myself. That's when actually I got a coach to help me out and actually achieve all the results, which to me, they are just incredible. I never thought it would happen, especially in a short space of time of 6 months. So forever grateful. So thank you again.
Excellent. Well, you are welcome. And we want to go a little bit deeper into this so we can figure out, how did this happen? Why did this happen? And how can this be repeated for yourself and many other people as well? So just tell us a little bit about, give us a brief intro on your life. What was life like up to the point where you was like, hey, let me look at this property thing?
Okay. It's quite an interesting journey. I mean, I've always been quite proactive and active of try to make it more than just get it along like month on basis. Like this is on financial side of things. I came in the UK when I was 18 years old. That's when I permanently moved from Italy. So we do talk with our hands a lot. Started in the restaurant industry, built quite of a good career over there. I've been involved over the last 5 years. I've been trying to find a side hustle. So I started like selling games on Amazon. So I've been involved in that. I've been educating myself on stock and trading. So I've been doing it for just under a year, but it wasn't really working out the way I wanted it to be. And then back in 2018? Yes, that's when actually I met Trisha's sister. So obviously over this time I've seen you guys going live, your Facebook. There was a bit of presence. I never actually thought property would have been for me. It's something that until recently I never walked into an agency before, so I wouldn't know where to put my hands in. But then I met Trisha's sister on a seminar, 3-day seminar. I still remember it was the 28th of April 2018. That's when it's my son's birthday then. So I was on a desperate situation, full of pain. I wasn't having the greatest time, both professionally and personally. Fast forward, a year. So I postponed it for a year. I joined real life, last year in November, and never looked back. What made me jump onto properties is again, there's some issues. There were some problems I was facing. So my family back in Italy, for example, one of the biggest reasons was that I couldn't financially support or help my mother and then obviously my siblings to stay in the house. So effectively, the bank repossessed the property and forced my mum to move in a small apartment. So obviously that caused a bit of, I felt helpless. I felt like, miles and miles away. I couldn't do something that I wanted to do because financially I couldn't do it. So it drove me to actually, yes, start it all up, think bigger and aim for bigger things. There was also the time, so whenever working in the restaurant industry, you get your 12, 13, 14-hour shift, come back late at night, commuting 1 hour and a half. I'm based in London, so even if you got great connection, still you got to travel about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. If you miss trains or there's a train closure, station closes, you never know what happened on a daily basis in London. So the time that I didn't commit to, I didn't give to my family, I could see my son pretty much growing without knowing who I am. So what I like, my favorite colors, or, the little things, because I'm guilty to an extent to actually build a career and jeopardize what I have at home, which is the main environment for me. So property gave me the freedom that I never thought I could have.
Well, so at this point, you thought that property could give you the freedom, and that's what got you interested. Is that what you're saying?
That's it, that's correct. So I said, okay, cool, let me look into that. The trading didn't work, selling on Amazon didn't work, doing side jobs didn't really work or make it happen. Actually, it took me away more time from home where I meant to be. So yeah, property just opened a whole new different world for me and allowed me to be where I am.
I mean, that's super interesting that you said that, because I mean, both of us, I definitely know people who are successful on Amazon, that business, selling things on Amazon. I know people who are super successful in trading and investing, and I do that myself. I know people who are super successful and have created results in property as well. So just and the reason I tell you that, we'll get to in a moment, but really is because you were in and attending some like personal development mindset type of trainings or seminars, yeah?
Correct, absolutely.
Yeah, so why were you doing, like what you said, you were going through some issues? Is that why you were attending these things?
Yes, it's more of a rediscover my identity, who I was. There's also the fact of how to efficiently manage the money. So that was a big thing that I learned. Yeah, that was about 2 years ago. So efficiently manage your money and grow your own pot and wealth. So I started to diversify where my money, whenever we're coming in, where do I allocate them?
Yeah.
So
good. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so this is one of the biggest things. Second thing is more of, it comes down to understanding, again, who I am and how can I serve others and what level of contribution I can actually give out there. Since I couldn't contribute as much as I wanted, as I said, through both investing in stocks and performing Amazon. I mean, like this, it took so much time away from me, which I didn't much have been in the restaurant industry.
Yeah, okay. So and so you tried your hand at all of these different things. You started to get into personal development. So what was it like? What was it that was like the clincher for you, or what did like a switch just flick in your mind and it's like, oh, like this is how I pull it together? What was that journey like? Because we all go through, challenges. Can it work? Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? And all of this.
Are you asking me about my self-doubts when I first started, or?
Well, just what happened? If doubt was one of the things that happens, I mean, I'm sure it happens for everyone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, plenty of setbacks right at the beginning. So, and still happening every now and then. These are part of the journey. So it's a lot of free learnings instead of, let's call them free learnings instead of calling them setbacks or challenges. But yeah, one of the biggest things that I've been, I was fighting for, was in my head. This is the biggest battle that I had was in my head. Am I able to pull this off after been trying so many other things before? Is this really working? Is it gonna work? Is this for real? Is it real life? Real? Like, it's too beautiful to be true. So I was very much skeptical, to the point actually that I didn't get a coach as soon as I joined in, and I seen it. Like I went away, I was feeling so happy, so energized, so like, yeah, let's do it. The day after I woke up, I was like, not really. I'm gonna sign up and then we'll take things easy. But then, I don't know how to explain it. It comes to you. That penny drop moment comes to you and say, wow, you can do that. I can do that. So the biggest battle was going back and forth on, okay, can I make it happen? Can I not make it happen? And the biggest challenge was in the environment that I was in. So all the people around me that knew me from my industry, or friends and family that would say, you tried X, Y, and Z and it didn't work. What makes you think that this is actually going to work for you and the family? And it all comes down to me, how much I'm going to put in, how hungry I am.
What was the difference? Like, what was the insight or realization that you had? Like, what happened at the training? What happened to you at the training? When you came, like, what was it that was, thought, okay, all of this stuff is going on.
Yeah.
But like, what was it that?
Yeah, the training was the 3 days when you were running 3 days event, and I don't think there is any ways that anybody could actually describe it the way it is and what you feel. I felt.
Well, I believe you because it was actually 2 days, which to you seemed like 3 days.
3 days.
So yeah, you're right. You are struggling to do.
No, I came a day before because I'm always on time. I'm always early. So for me, it's 3 days. Hanging around, seeing people, getting to know people. But the whole environment, the whole experience was something that it just blew my mind. It was like, wow, I can't describe it. So being in that kind of environment, networking with people, seeing their story, and I still remember on that event, I stood up to introduce ourselves, and I said, I'm not too sure what I'm doing here. I wouldn't know what HMO stands for. So people were talking about BTL, and I was like, what is BTL? Is it where I come from? Is bacon, tomato, lettuce? It's a sandwich. So I was like, why do people want to buy lettuce or BTL? Anyway, no, it was great. I met so many people. In fact, on the first event, I met my first joint venture partner, which actually has guided me through. It showed me the ropes at the very beginning, gave me the courage. He could do it. Sometimes people, and I was one of them. You look at people being successful, you're like, oh yeah, but it happened to them because they're lucky. And you feel like, you fall, eventually you only fall on a drifting mode. You fall into that victim mode and feel miserable and sorry for yourself. When he's in front of you and you actually understand it, that's not escaping, my friend. That's not taking prisoners. You gotta go for it. And that's what I've done. So yeah, the biggest moment was actually experiencing this environment, experiencing people that had their own challenges and their own battles, and actually, slap my own face, saying like, it's enough feeling sorry for yourself. If you don't like something, just take the action, be committed to your own self. And yeah, I still remember, I signed up, I put my, I leveraged the power of a credit card, and I signed up. I call back home, I call my missus, and I say, hey, just signed up. She's like, what are you doing? It's crazy, this and this, what makes you think? So the support straight away wasn't even there at the beginning. But now if you go and speak to her, she'll be like, oh yeah, best things that ever happened. So people need time.
How did you handle that at the time? How did you handle that, let's call it, that inner circle environment that you had?
Yeah.
How did you handle that? Because you're already saying that the biggest difference was, the training, the people, the environment, the way things are done. So like, how did you take that energy home with you, and how did that pan out?
So the very first thing that I've done on the train back from, we were in Loughborough, I believe it was. The very first thing I've done, I went on Spotify and I downloaded something I never done before. I downloaded a playlist, a daily motivational playlist songs, which I still have today, and I still listen to them. That kept me on the, sort of replicating what I was feeling during those 2 days. When it came down to people, I haven't judged them. That's the very first thing that I haven't done. Usually, I could be judgmental in a way, like, oh, you don't understand me, or I want to be liked, so I'll be like, oh yeah, I want to follow you. This is not for me. So it's isolating my own beliefs, my own system, my own way of being. Isolating in myself and just bottle up whatever was coming from the outer world, and just say, this is not relevant to me. It's not about me. It's about the other people that are not seeing that actually you can get out there every single day and do a little bit towards your own goal, and you achieve them. So what have I done? I didn't listen. I lost friends. Yeah, it's fine, fantastic. Per every friend that I've lost though, 3 more came up. So I didn't lose anything. So I had the opportunity to actually expand my own network, connect with like-minded people that help me grow, help me understand more who I am and how can I give back more. And effectively, property, yeah, something that I always thought about. It's always something that fascinated me, but it's not, it's only a vehicle to get and serve a bigger purpose. I could still be in the restaurant industry, I could be doing any other works, but the thing that actually changed is I felt I had a goal. I knew where I was going.